All right, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another FaceTime vlog. So in today's video, I am going to be talking to you guys about how I survive my menstrual cycle, my period, whatever it is that you call it, okay? Now, I decided to make a dedicated video to this because this is something all of us good girlies go through, okay? It's something you can't avoid. It is just something that we got to go through because that's how God designed it to be, okay? And even though we all got to go through it, I decided to make a video to help us get through it, okay? Okay, so I got a few tips and tricks that I use to help me get through a week that's already really tough on all of us, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so first of all, you gotta get your mind right. You gotta get your mind right. When you're going through your cycle period, we be fighting for our lives mentally. A lot of us do. And I got to tell you, get your mind right. Get your mind right, okay? Pray. Pray. If you are a Christian, pray. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And that is something that we hear all the time in the Christian community. We hear it all the time in church, but it's so true. Okay, and that verse will change your life if you allow it to. You can do all things through Christ. Okay, now in our own strength and our own ability, you're gonna be struggling. Okay, you might get through it, but you're gonna be struggling the entire time. But when you add God into the mix, when you invite God into your situation, it takes the burden off, because the Bible tells us to cast our burdens, our anxiety onto Him. Why? Because He cares for us. Okay? He don't want us to go through hard times, even cycles by ourselves. God cares about every aspect of your life, including your cycle. So cast it onto Him. I think a lot of times we think that, I'm not going to bother God with something as trivial as this, because why would He care? He cares because He created it. So why wouldn't He care? Okay? Why wouldn't He care? He's our Father. God is a girl dad. Okay? So He cares. He cares about the things that we care about. Okay? So if you are bothered by something, go to God in prayer. If your cycle is taking you through there, take it to the Lord in prayer. Pray about it. Okay, as you're laying down, ask God to give you the strength to get through the day. Because when you're going through your cycle, you need the strength. You need the strength to get through the day. Because people are still going to get on your nerves, and they're not going to care about what you're going through. Them kids still going to need you, and they're not going to care about what you're going through. That job is still going to demand that you perform at your top, at the top expectancy, and they're not going to care what you're going through. Okay? So you need the Lord to guide you through this very tough week. Okay, and a lot of times we be going through it emotionally, and we be lashing out on people. We be lashing out on our spouses, on our significant others, on our friends, on our family, on our kids. And we don't be meaning to, but it's just something that be going on inside of us. You know what I'm saying? But we need to get a grip on that. And so that is why prayer and asking God and inviting God to come into this very much real thing and regulating our emotions, that's why that matters. So my first tip to y'all is to pray. Pray throughout the day. Something that Maya Graves does in her vlogs that I think is really smart, she creates timers to remind her to stop and pray throughout the day. And I feel like if that's not something that we adopt throughout our month, it's definitely something we should adopt during that week of our cycle. Create timers to remind us to stop and pray. take your mind off of the pain, off of the cramping, off of the discomfort, and put your mind on God. And I promise you, it will make a difference. So yeah, first of all, pray. Secondly, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Keep you a cup of water near you at all times. Staying hydrated matters. It really does. Also, drinking warm liquids matter. I got a cup of tea over there next to my bed right now. Drinking warm liquids throughout your cycle really will help ease those menstrual cramps. So if you don't already drink tea, especially hot tea, please start adopting that. Raspberry leaf tea is always a good tea to drink because that helps alleviate those menstrual cramps. It's also a good tea to drink near the end of your pregnancy as well. That's something that I drank all the time. My last like 4 weeks when I was pregnant with my baby. Yeah, if you don't have raspberry leaf tea, get you some raspberry leaf tea. Today I'm just sipping on some lemon tea because that's really all I got. But any tea you got, like herbal tea, drink you some tea and stay hydrated with your water. All right, moving on. Yeah, those first couple of days of your cycle, we all know it sucks. You're uncomfortable, you're cramping, all of the things. So yeah, have you some pain medication, whether it's Midol, Tylenol, or just the OG, some ibuprofen. And yeah, keep that on you. Keep it on you in your purse, in your backpack, in your car, by your nightstand, whatever. Pop you a little pill real quick, okay? Because like I said, we still gotta keep going on with our day. Life don't stop just because we going through. Okay, I'm gonna say it one more time just in case you didn't hear. Life doesn't stop just because you going through. Okay? So take your pain meds and keep on going with your day. Okay? Okay, the people on your job still need you. Your family still needs you. Those kids still need you. That man still needs you. We still got to show up. Okay, we still got to show up. It just is what it is. So take you some pain meds so that you're not confined to the bed all day long. Okay? All right. Now, one thing that I adopted when I first had my first miscarriage. I've had 2 miscarriages since October, all right? And the silver lining that comes from going through something as traumatic as that, I discovered something. Okay, now look, going through miscarriages is one of the most traumatic things I've ever gone through. But one silver lining that I found from that is this thing called the heating pad. Okay, now when you go through a miscarriage, it's like a cycle on steroids. Okay, and you're experiencing pain throughout the day. Okay, and this pain, you know, like with your cycle, it might last a day or 2, but with a miscarriage, it's gonna last like a week or 2, right? So you're always experiencing these uncomfortable cramps and this uncomfortable pain throughout the day, right? And so with your heating pad, this is mine, and I plug it up. It's just something that you can plug up, right? And you can plug it up next to your bed. If you're sitting in the kitchen at the breakfast table, you can plug it up and just put it up against your stomach. And I'm telling you, it really does help with those menstrual cramps, y'all. Like, it has been a lifesaver for me since I've gotten my cycles back after my miscarriages. And even when I was going through what I was going through, that heating pad was a lifesaver, and it made me a lot more comfortable in the midst of one of the most traumatic things that's ever happened to me. So if you don't already have one, invest in a heating pad. I got mine from Walmart. Please get you a heating pad. It just makes it a little bit more bearable. Okay, so those are the things that I do to kind of make naturally uncomfortable week a little bit more bearable. Okay, also, while you're going through your cycle, this is not the time to neglect yourself. Okay, please rest, but please do not neglect yourself hygiene wise. Okay, one thing that I love to do while I'm going through my cycle, I love to take baths. It's just something about soaking in warm or hot water. It just helps that pain kind of ease off a little bit. So I like to soak in a bath. Okay, I love it. So please, if you have a nice bathtub and you can soak in a tub, this is the time to do it. This is the time to kind of nurture yourself and care for yourself and give yourself that tender love and care a little bit more than you normally would. One thing that I like to do, especially after my cycle, I like to kind of love on myself and kind of tend to myself the same way you would tend to a baby. You know, I'll add a little bit extra lotion to my skin. I'll do like a everything shower. I'll shave everything, just kind of just moisturize and just revive my body after what it's gone through. So I would say that love on yourself, treat yourself extra kind during this time, the time before your cycle and the time after your cycle. Love on yourself, okay? Treat yourself the same way you would treat a baby. Yeah, baby yourself, okay? So if you don't normally take a bath, this is the time to find your favorite bubble bath and just do the whole 9 yards. The Epsom salt, the bubble bath, the relaxing music. Just relax, okay? Also, make sure you're cleaning down there as much as possible. Yeah, we all know the Equate feminine cleansing wash. The YouTuber that y'all know that I react to a lot, Chloe Yasmin, she put us all onto this. This is a backup of the one I currently got in my shower, because y'all, like, this stuff is really good. And I talked about this in a recent video. This stuff is good. It really is. It don't dry you out. It don't irritate you. It just cleans you. It keeps you fresh. It does the job, and it's affordable. It's less than $5. So yeah, this is something that I reach for a lot during my cycle. I love it. Also, after you take your bath, after you've cleaned yourself, all of the things, you know, I like reaching for a relaxing body mist, because I don't want to smell like blood, like a cycle, you know what I'm saying? So I like to reach for a relaxing body mist. So I got this one by Victoria's Secret, the lavender and vanilla. This is what it's looking like. I love this body spray so much. On the back of the bottle, it says relax with the scent of lavender and vanilla, botanical inspiration, blissful comfort. So yeah, I just love like soft, subtle scents. One that I got by Bath and Body Works that's very cozy and soft is the milk scent as well. I love this one as well, y'all. I love soft scents. Soft, relaxing scents during my cycle. I don't like anything that's just so like boom in your face. So yeah, y'all, these are just a few things that I do to just kind of carry me through the week, okay? Because your cycle, it can be hard. It can be hard on you mentally, physically, emotionally. But with the help of God and with the help of some helpful tips, you can get through it. You can. So keep you some pain meds on you. Keep it in your purse. Keep it in your car. Keep it in your backpack, whatever. And honestly, just keeping you some pain meds on you, just in general, like, that is helpful, because you might not need it, but your homegirl, she might need it. You know what I'm saying? And if your homegirl is in need, if she going through, hey, you got the meds, okay? So it's always good to be around somebody who is a girl's girl and who gets it, you know what I'm saying? They just get it. I have like extra pads and stuff in my car because I don't want to be caught out here slipping, okay? I just don't. There's nothing worse than being out, hanging out at church, at work, or whatever, and your cycle come on and you are caught unprepared. We don't want to be caught unprepared, okay? So, yeah, keep some type of pain reliever on you. Keep some pads or tampons, whatever it is you use, on you at all times. Drink your warm liquids, okay, and stay hydrated as much as possible. Drink warm foods, consume warm foods, soups, things of that nature, and just love on yourself a little bit more during this week. Be kind to yourself and make sure you're still kind to others. Don't be out here lashing out to people just because you're going through, okay? Okay, it is what it is. This is something that happens to every woman, and it starts as early as freaking preteen years, and it's something that lasts up till your 40s or 50s. Okay, it's something we can't avoid. It just is what it is. So the easiest thing to do, instead of complaining and having a negative attitude, is to have your tips and tricks to help you get through the week. Okay, because if you go through it with a positive attitude, the week will go by so quicker, so much more easier. And we don't want to make the people who have to be around us, we don't want to make their lives harder than what it has to be. Also, if you have a heavy flow, something that I discovered, I want to say like in 2020, 2021, consider wearing a tampon and a pad to bed at night. That way you are not bleeding in your bed, on your sheets, stuff like that. If you're wearing, certain clothing, consider doubling up. Wear a tampon and a pad just to make sure you're catching anything that might leak out, So these are just tips that my mama didn't teach me. These are things I had to learn along the way. And I know a lot of our mamas, they didn't teach us this, because they just didn't know, you know what I'm saying? And we got to forgive our mamas for what they didn't know. And we got to forgive our past selves for what we didn't know. So I'm just passing this on to you because this is the same information I'm going to pass on to my little girl when her time comes. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, like and comment to the channel, subscribe to the channel, all of the things. It's the easiest way you can support what I'm doing over here. I hope you get through your cycle because mine just came on today. And so that's why I decided to go ahead and make this video because it's something that we all can relate to. But until we meet again, make sure you take care of yourself, protect your peace, drink your water, and have a great day on purpose. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.